and things of beauty. I got cut off from that last message. I'm going to have to send out two, so you have to watch them back to back. But at any rate, in Dresden, in Germany, we dumped all this gasoline on the city in the middle of the night. And then I'm going to confuse you by turning my camera this way. Ah, that almost seems like I'm looking at me. Who knows? I give up on that, okay? Now, we dumped all this gasoline in the middle of the night, and with 2 or 3 bombing runs, just full tanks of just incredible flammable, I guess the forerunner of napalm, which was infamous in Vietnam. Anyway, we dumped all this highly flammable crap on their city, and followed with dropping a whole crapload of flares, phosphorus flares, and so on and so forth. And we set the city completely on fire. There were a completely civilian population. We killed, I forget, 50,000, 80,000, which was a massive amount of people at that time. And this was plain and simple. I don't give a crap when anybody says it was a terrorist act. And people knock Israel. They're terrorists. Yeah, one of the guys that started Israel, and some of their prime ministers were terrorists. They were fighting for independence and fighting for freedom and fighting for a homeland, like a lot of other people are today. Maybe if everybody just divvies up the land a little bit better and gives up a little bit. Now, Israel can't strategically give up strategic points to the PLO. Let's face it, they have to protect themselves. People have been trying to kill the Jews for a whole long time. And they get a right to live. They're noble and decent people. That being said, the Palestinians should have a homeland. Absolutely. What's wrong with Saudi Arabia or one of these countries, Syria, one of these huge countries, giving up little land to them rather than Israel give it all up, their little tiny country, That's just a thought. And United States, if you look at, if you think for a second during the Revolutionary War there wasn't terrorism going on, that we were blowing up things, British forts, and killing soldiers, and sniper attacks, and all kinds of terrorist things. So basically terrorism, I hate to say, gets people's attention. It's not right. It's not what God wants. It's not beautiful and loving like God is. But it is what it is. So let's call a spade, and by golly, we're terrorists too. When a person is dedicated to their ideals heavily enough, they will do what they're going to do. Unfortunately, a lot of times the government and the people just really don't see eye to eye on just regular stuff, reasonably so, because the government is really not doing the bidding of the people, right? And the bidding of the people is for peace and for taking care of our own country, and basically for bringing a lot of the dogs that got us in this position, bringing them down, We got Madoff's going to court. There's blaming his brother who's in jail. That's convenient, isn't it? Is there no decency, people? Do you cheat on your taxes? Do you cheat on your wife? Do you cheat on your husband, your boyfriend, your dog? Not your dog. But do you lead a decent life? A life that you can really... Here's my life. Right here in your face, you can study it, and it's beyond reproach. Everybody's got a little reproach, granted. We're not perfect, but maybe it's time for America to start acting a little bit more noble, with more integrity, a little bit pure, and maybe we won't expect as much of our politicians, or our pastors, or our priests, or anything, if we really dig deep down in our own heart and find out how pure we are as individuals. So self-examination is in order, and being able to hold yourself responsible for really screwing up. Not just when you're caught, but even to yourself, to examine yourself on a daily basis and figure out really who you are and what you're about. And if you don't like what you see, maybe it's time to change. It's never too late. Now, there's no religion in there. You notice I didn't bring God into it too much. Not too much. I mean, I basically wanted you to think about what's right for you. I won't even bring God into it. Bring God into it, and you got a whole nother focus on the matter. And somebody that loves you enough to create you, and then you're screwing up. That's a whole nother second dimension. We'll discuss that another time. And I promised you, I promised you guys I was going to tell you I'd make some money with surveys and stuff. Or maybe I didn't even reveal how to do it. It is taking surveys. Because America, they want to know what you know, and what you want, and what you buy, and everything about you. And I'll go into that another time. In the meantime, Mrs. John, still in Florida, still loving you. Hoping that your 4th of July is really good and you come away with all your digits. Be careful out there. Now, I may or may not have a few fireworks of my own. They were popping them off early this evening. It sounded good. Once a year we'll get a little noisy in America. We make a little smoke and a little global warming. Oh well, it's only one day. So in the meantime, be careful, have a good time out there. I'm loving you. I'm down in Florida, and I shall talk to you really soon. I promise. Hey, what can I tell you?